Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. Perhaps my haters thought this day would never come. I know that it's been a little bit since I made my first video, but I'm back with a new mic this time, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. Now, today I have with me a little snowy craft for us. I thought this would be a fun activity to do. I guess technically what this is called is a diamond art kit by Make Market. And basically what this is in this kit comes all of these multicolored dots, pearls, and what you do is you stick them on one by one. I purchased this kit when I was home visiting my family during the holidays. My friend Shannon and I, shout out Shannon, were bored one night, so we went to Michael's craft store and we went crazy. And these were one of the items I purchased while I was there, thinking that it might make for a fun video. As we can see here, this makes one of these beautiful snowflakes. So let's open this up and get started. I've never done one of these before, so very excited. Oh, and here we can see it has very simple instructions. We are going to follow the diamond chart that it gives us. Pick up the gems with this little pen tool they gave us, and then stick the diamond down where it belongs. And within this kit, we can see the contents right here. We're going to be receiving one pre-printed acrylic table topper, one pre-sorted diamond art gems set, I guess, one stylus, that's the word for it. Stylus is so much better than pen, I love that word, stylus. One stylus grip cover, one craft tray, one wax caddy, and one instruction sheet. Let's open this up. Hopefully this part won't be too loud. If it is, I'll just cut that out. Okay, let's open this up. So pretty. I love this. Okay, there's a lot of dots on here. Maybe this video will just be a part one. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. But we can see here there are different letters that correspond to each differently colored diamond. I see A. Here's some B, C, D. I think that might be it. I think there might just be 4 different colors, if I'm seeing this correctly. first we have our instruction sheet, which has the same instructions as found on the back of the cardboard box. Pretty simple. I'm hoping that I can figure this out. I believe in myself. Okay. Next. Ooh. Here I'm seeing our different diamonds. It appears that these dark blue navy colored are going to be our A diamonds. This light teal is going to be B. And then maybe, oh, here we go. C is going to be a slightly darker blue shade. And then I think D might be these white silver diamonds. And thankfully you can see that each of the letters are individually packaged. So when I do eventually open this, I can go one letter after another, and they're not all going to explode everywhere, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, next, I see our stylus. This little gel thingy. And then I assume this is where we put our diamonds. Peel off, this says. This seems to be our acrylic holder that will display our creation once we are finished with it. Kind of a surfboard shape. With these two rectangular slits down the middle. And then lastly, we have our large snowflake on which we are going to be placing our diamonds. That's the back of it, so you can get an idea of what the final design may be. Ooh la la. And then on this side, we have all of the letter markings. So you can see this is going to be quite intricate. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. It does not state on the box, but I'm, funnily enough, snowed in at this very moment. There's a big blizzard hitting New York City. I would say I'm sitting in front of my window right now, and I would estimate maybe there's about 15 inches of snow. Maybe that's not accurate to what hit New York City, but that's what my brain is telling me when I'm looking outside. It's quite a lot. I haven't left the house today because it's so cold, and everything is closed today on Monday. So I'm kind of just burrowing inside today, and so I thought it would be a perfect day to do this craft. So I'm going to place this down, and I'm going to move our holder out of the way for now. Maybe at the end we'll put it on there to see how it looks standing up. Also going to scoot forward in my chair just to get closer, so I have better control over how I'm placing the diamond. Let's open our tray. Let me look at the back of the box, the cardboard box I have off to the side here. We have our stylus grip cover in our craft tray, and a wax caddy. I'm guessing that's what these things are. Like I said, I went with a craft that is friendly to all ages and craft levels. So this appears to me to be our craft tray. On which we'll be placing our diamonds. That will allow cleanliness of our craft area. I'm not sure what this is. I'm gonna leave that there for this second. And then this can be none other than our stylus. This is so cute. I feel like a professional crafter with this. Y'all can't tell me nothing, like what? And it comes with this little grip, right where you grip it, obviously. This reminds me of, is that what they were called? Pencil grips or something? In middle school, you could buy these, oftentimes, like squishy, plasticky gel grips that you would slide onto your pencil. And they were all the rage at the book fair. My parents would give me like $5, and that's not enough to buy a book, so instead I would get like a cool eraser or a fun little grip, and that's what this is reminding me of, so that's so exciting. Double bagged for protection. Let's see what's in here. I'll be saving this for other uses. Oh wait, there's a lot of bags in here. Okay. So, does it say there are all these bags included in on the back of the box? I'm reading it here. I don't think it does. I guess these are for, if at the end, or if we decide that we've had enough crafting for today, we can place some of these diamonds in here. If we want to, resume at another time. Okay. I'll put these off to the side as well. If anyone needs small baggies, for any reason at all, just let me know. I have a lot of them. Okay, let's investigate what I assume this is our wax caddy. Isn't that just the cutest little container? Okay. And here this says peel off. So I'm trying to find the corner where I can peel this off. Oh, there's two in here. Okay, so I guess if I want to come back later, that seems to be the theme of this craft. I can. Let's peel this off now. Let's see what we're working with. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear my lovely neighbors, but if you can, that's just part of the joys of living in New York City. Just think of them as friends hanging out with us. So that peeled off one side. I'm not sure if both sides are supposed to get peeled off. But I don't think this side does peel off, so I guess we'll just leave this for now. Now the instructions don't say anything about what to do with this, so I guess we're just gonna figure it out together. I'm gonna slide all of this over, and let's begin. So let's start with letter A, as seems, intuitive and correct. They're a beautiful, beautiful navy color. And I guess this diamond variety, this color and shape, would be number 107888936. Here we go. Now before you can see the different diamonds. You can also see the slight variation between B and C. So let's start with A. And place these off to the side. I'm just going to open this up and try not to spill any of them and dump them here on our craft tray. These sound to me like when you were a kid and you would get those little bags or boxes of Nerds, the candy. That's what this is reminding me of. Okay. So, I believe how this is supposed to work is we can use this little craft caddy, and this, see how it widens? It's wide here, then it becomes narrower. I presume we kind of use the stylus to push the beads over here, and then that makes it easier to pick one up. Do I have to use the top of this? Like suction it? No. I'm thinking this is where the wax comes in. Let's see, maybe I stick this in the wax first. Okay. So you're witnessing in real time me realizing I don't know how to do this craft. Am I meant is watch a YouTube tutorial of how to do this, then I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I did not go on YouTube. From my own brainstorming and tinkering around, I think I have discovered how to do this. First, though, we're going to peel the layer off of the snowflake, which protects the sticky film that the diamonds adhere to. Okay. Oh wow, that has a strong chemical smell. Basically of glue, which I guess makes sense. So what I did off camera is I pierced a hole in the wax caddy, I guess they're calling this. So there's a little piece of wax inside the stylus. And I think this is what allows us to pick up a diamond. Yes, like that. And then place it down, and hopefully the sticky layer will keep it there. Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy that worked. Okay. So let's really dive into it now. I really am awestruck at how beautiful a color these diamonds are. We're going to start with this navy. Let's dive on in. Oh, sorry, Mike. I do have, oh no, my fingers are stuck. Okay, so, beginner tip, don't touch the sticky snowflake. What I was going to say is I do have the mic sitting to my right here. So I did accidentally just graze it with the stylus. I'm not sure if that's pleasant to the ear or too much, but with my headphones in, I'm liking how it sounds. Now, I guess with this we just need to make sure the diamonds are the right side up. So what I'm going to do actually is tilt most of them that way, and then only pull a few forward at a time. Oh, I'm touching the snowflake again. Gorgeous. Oh, I really like this. I could get into this. There's something so satisfying about covering the letter the diamond corresponds to, and also the motion of picking up the diamond and placing it down. Ooh, like the suction of it is very, very satisfying. I remember when Shannon and I were at Michael's. She was actually the one who, oh, I have two stuck. Let me try and just brush that off. She was the one who actually, I told her about my ASMR channel, and she actually was the one who recommended this craft for it. She's a very crafty person. She was telling me that her, and I believe her mother as well, and maybe her sisters too, enjoy doing this to wind down. And I can see why. This definitely is very therapeutic. And not a difficult task once you figure out the basics. Now here I have this picked up not exactly the right way, so I'm going to try and leave it there and only pick up the diamonds that are right side up. I don't know if that is easy for you to gauge on camera, but here, let me try and pick one up. With the little diamonds, there's a flat side, and then would this be concave or convex? I guess convex side? A domed side, basically. And I want to make sure that I pick it up on the domed side, so that the flat side lays nice down on the snowflake. Perfect. But yes, Shannon was telling me that there's many different kinds of these diamond crafts. I think I saw one while I was there of like a flower scene that was much more elaborate than this simple snowflake. And there were ones smaller than this snowflake, I believe, as well. This seemed to be a medium-sized diamond craft. I'm just going to plug away at this for a little bit and let you just enjoy the sounds. You can really see this small snowflake here really starting to take shape, which is exciting. Obviously you can see the pattern on here. That will be the end result. But seeing the darkness, the contrast of the actual diamonds and not just their letter marking really transforms the piece. I'm kind of shocked at how much life these little diamonds are bringing to this. It's so exciting. This is so wholesome and fun. I do kind of want to get more into crafting. I feel like these days, I guess it's like very in vogue to talk about all your different hobbies that you have. It's very chic to be, offline and to also have enough free time outside of your job to have a well-curated, interesting list of hobbies. Which, I have mixed thoughts on, but I do think at the end of the day, hobbies are beautiful ways to spend your time that aren't about productivity, which I think is really important. They're not about what you can give or produce. They're about creativity, what you can make and express. And I guess that's very meaningful and I think really special. So although sometimes I can feel a bit jaded, oh, there's a little diamond, about hobbies, because sometimes I feel pressure to have a certain number of them, or to have, certain hobbies that are cooler than others. Sometimes it's nice to just sit down and do a little Michael's craft, Why the hell not? This might not be especially chic, but it's really fun. Some of my other hobbies that I have is I love to read. I was actually thinking maybe I'll do a video about what I'm reading currently. Maybe just a quick little video. Thought that might be fun because I'm usually reading a couple books at a time. I just like to do that. So if I'm not feeling one, I can switch to the other. Kind of like a meal with multiple components. I like to read a couple different things at once. Usually a novel, something nonfiction. And then recently I've been getting into short stories. So usually a book of short stories as well. So maybe on another video I'll talk more in depth about what I'm reading. Okay, once again I'm gonna try, one escaped, get more of these diamonds, on the right side. I guess that's why I'm seeing now, the true utility of, oh no, I'm dropping some of these little lines, and I can kind of slide them forward on these lines, and it keeps them single file. Oh yes. Okay. I'm learning. If we have any diamond craft community members here, they're gonna be like, girl, I already know that's how you're supposed to do it. And that's awesome. Wish you the best, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay. See, that set me up in a really great way. So what was I talking about? Oh, hobbies. Okay. Yeah, I love to read. I guess cooking counts as a hobby to me. That's kind of like basic skill. That I think everyone should. Oh. See. I dropped a diamond, and this one is a little off center. I wonder if I can push it over. Okay, fixed it. Talking shit, and I got distracted. I do feel like cooking is just a skill. Everyone should at least have basic skill at. But I would also say that's one of my hobbies, is to try a new recipe. Today I tried a new recipe. I made some pasta, which I actually don't normally cook a lot of like Italian cuisine, but I'm snowed in, as I said, and I don't have a lot in my pantry. But I did have some sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil. So that was the base for my sauce. And then I sauteed some onions, garlic, the sun-dried tomatoes, tomato paste. I had some chicken sausage, which I threw in there, and then a whole bag of spinach, because that was on its way out and needed using up. And I needed some greenery. Oh, there was not a dot on that one. In my pasta. Oh, and then lemon zest. Lemon zest actually was like the most important thing in that dish. So trying a new cooking recipe is, I guess that's a hobby. Yeah, why not? That's something I really enjoy doing. I also like baking. Now that I'm living in the city in Brooklyn and I have a smaller kitchen, I'm not doing as much baking as I was. But from time to time, I'll still make a new recipe. Usually something pretty simple though. Uh-oh. Wanted to make sure that diamond was on the right side. I'm losing a little bit of light here as the sun is going down. I'm not sure if that's perceptible to y'all, but I don't know if I'll finish this before the sun goes down. Probably not. Might have to have a part 1 and a part 2 to this video. Maybe today I'll just focus on getting letter A done. Okay. So cooking, baking, reading, those are some hobbies of mine. I also love to do yoga. Again, I think of that less as a hobby and more of like, I guess exercise can be a hobby, but to me, again, that's just kind of like a basic necessity. And yes, I do it for fun, but I also do it just to, I guess for maintenance, and not in the sense of like making sure my body looks a certain way, but more so like maintenance of my nervous system, and honestly of like my mental health. I feel a lot better when I do yoga. I do it almost every day. It just helps me take some time to focus on my breathing and my headspace. You know, a lot of people will call it like moving meditation. I definitely find that to be true. Helps me just, maintain the headspace that I want, and it helps me also to, like, throughout the rest of my day. Because one of the biggest lessons of yoga is just to breathe through discomfort, and to let discomfort not dysregulate you. So I guess that is a hobby of mine. You could call it that in a sense. But in some ways I feel it's much more essential than a hobby. Like, to me, hobbies are important, but they're not essential, whereas exercising or something like yoga to me feels very essential to my well-being. A true hobby of mine, I would say, is movies. I love watching movies. I have a movie pass to a theater here in the city, where you can see a lot of movies per month, and I go a lot. Probably in a month I might see anywhere from like 4 to 10 new movies. I love it. It's a medium that I find incredibly moving. I studied film in college, and it just never loses its magic to me. There's something about sitting in a theater with other people, the lights going down and the music starting, that I just always find enchanting. And I love talking about movies with friends. Seeing a movie by myself is also super fun. So that's a really big hobby of mine, is seeing new movies. Pickleball is another hobby of mine I recently started playing. My mom introduced me to pickleball. She's really good at it. I'm not really at her level, but I'm getting better. I'm learning the strategy. And I play in a league about like once a week. And that's fun. It's not a super strenuous game, but you can work up a sweat if you're really going for it. And it's a great way to like meet new people and just have fun and get out of the house. Yeah, I'm thinking as this craft goes on, which I am very much enjoying, like, by the way, no shade to diamond. I don't even know what this is called officially, but this diamond craft. But I am realizing this is going to take me longer than I had thought. So my goal for today is just going to be to finish letter A, which I think is a accomplishable task, definitely. A hobby of my mom's that I think is really cool is I'm trying to move this one a little bit more on the correct, there we go, is she makes pottery. She throws on the wheel, and she also can make, I guess it's like free form pottery, like just slabs of clay, like on a table work. I don't really know what it's called. But she does that, and then she also throws stuff on the wheel. And I feel like I see more young people these days also doing pottery. I might get into that, but it seems, I don't know, maybe a little bit expensive, especially in the city. But I love watching videos of people throwing. It's like entrancing almost. I guess it's kind of meditative, similar to yoga, because they have to be so still and so connected to what they're making and so present that I find videos of people throwing to be really cool. Wow, this is like coming together very nice. Ooh, and the feeling of the raised diamonds is cool. Try and get some of these turned the right And I guess now one of my new hobbies is making these videos. I really do want to get more into it. Again, I was trying to find a mic. We're gonna see how this sounds, this video. And if it sounds good, then I might ask Kate if I can continue to use this mic. Or honestly, I have been thinking about just going out and investing in an ASMR mic. To me, it would be worth it because it brings me a lot of joy and it's just a fun thing to do. I guess another one of my hobbies, well, no, that's not a hobby. I was gonna say writing, but actually, that's part of my craft. That's my craft as an artist, or one of them. I'm also an actor. I guess I leaned to hobby initially because it brings me so much joy to write. But again, kind of how I was talking about how yoga feels far more essential than a hobby. I guess writing does too. That's, I guess I would consider more of my craft or artistry than a hobby, you know? You can get your anger out on this little board too. I messed the placement of that one up a little bit. But there is something satisfying about... I messed that one up a little bit. Okay, so maybe don't get your anger out on the board. But there's something satisfying about, like, pressing it down. I don't know. Maybe not with that much bigger, but... yeah, today I'm stuck inside because of the brutal blizzard that's hitting New York City. And I knew I had this Snowflake craft, so it could be more fitting. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, y'all. That was almost disaster. Okay, I think I'm gonna finish up this snowflake here, and then I might resume the rest of this snowflake craft tomorrow, because I am running out of daylight a bit, and it's a bit difficult to see if the diamonds are the right way up. So I think I'm just gonna finish this little area right here, this little snowflake, and then we're gonna wrap up for today. But this has been really fun. I'm kind of obsessed with this. I am hoping though with this snow that it will melt somewhat soon, because I think the rest of the week is supposed to be on the warmer side. Whereas anyone in New York City will know the first snow that we got this winter, like a couple of weeks ago, then that cold front came in and all of the snow just stuck around. Some of it was still here when this new snow came. But I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think warmer temperatures are coming in later in the week, so hopefully this mound of snow won't be around for too long. Okay, finishing up the last couple of dots on this snowflake. Alrighty, last one. one. Let's pick a good one. Oh wait, we forgot one. Okay, last one. Let's pick a good one. Right? Yeah, right here. Okay, now I think we've got them all. And if I'm missing one, forgive me. I'm really loving how this is looking right now. And I'm gonna resume this craft tomorrow. But let's clean up. I'm gonna put our stylus off to the side with the rest of our wax, which I now understand the use of. And then I actually still have a cover. I wonder if I can leave this out. I'm realizing for an extended time. I think it will be fine, at least until tomorrow. If I finish it tomorrow, I think that will be fine. So I'm gonna slide this cover back on top. Try to stick it back down. So that it will stay sticky and the air won't dry it all out. I'm assuming you can do this because I don't understand why the kit would come with multiple little baggies and multiple wax supplies if you weren't meant to do it over several sittings, you know? So I'm hopeful that this will work. And then from before, I'm going to grab one of the many small bags that they gave us and dump the rest of our diamonds in there. And once again, this narrowing part, which makes it very easy to put into this bag, makes me think that this craft is for multiple sittings. Okay, I think I only dropped one or two, which is honestly better than I was expecting. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, y'all. The sun is setting. You can now see a little bit of the pink glow from my microphone. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like I said, I want to get back to more regular video making. But this is just something I do for fun. So, whale say. Yeah, till next time, I'm really excited to finish this snowflake craft. I'm really, the end product I think is going to be really cool. So, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.